Hi, I'm Tom Alston, and I'm going to bring you a somber story, which is unusual for me because I usually like to be enthusiastic. I was going back through some of the articles that I've written over the last 20 years, and when I saw this one again, I felt it was important to bring this message to you again. Recently, a friend of mine and several of his associates died in a plane crash. My first reaction was, God damn it. As the horror sunk in, I became angry and wanted answers. What happened? Was it during takeoff, landing? Was it a pilot error or a system malfunction? Questions we all ask ourselves. My mind was reaching out for any detail that might explain it. Then I realized that none of it really matters. The bottom line is people lost their lives and it can't be taken back. In fact, any answer that comes out now is filled with speculation, and it doesn't bring my friend back. I know from experience, because I am in the aviation tax business, the chance of this kind of event exists and can happen at any time. Worse, this wasn't the first time it has happened to one of my friends, but this video isn't about me, so I'll move forward. I created this list. Number one, I can ask God why he let it happen. I can even get mad at God and blame him. First time that's ever happened, right? Number two, I can ask who checked out the aircraft that morning and why he didn't find the problem before it killed people. Then I could blame that guy. Number three, I can ask who built the system that failed. Then I can blame him or them. Number four, I can ask my friend what was going on in his life that made him less careful. Number five, I can ask who abandoned my friend that should have been taken care of. Important questions. Using my Catholic upbringing, I can wax on about they're all flying together in heaven to try and mitigate my pain. I have never felt any solace using this technique because a spiritual answer to a physical universe situation is just based on belief or faith. And at that moment, I was too angry to get much comfort. Using my life experience, I can just accept things that I cannot change. But I cannot help but look back into the past few months prior to that accident to see if I was aware of any decision that was being made that increased the danger for my friends. Of course, one can always find something, but once reality sets in, you realize the discovery is based on knowing what would happen after it's happened. The problem is, how in the hell are you going to convince a strong-minded person that you see his future and that he needs to change his mind about something he is currently doing? We have all seen the movies, and it generally turns out the person doing the warning gets labeled a crazy by his friend, and the fate occurs anyway. If I apply my personal spiritual philosophy, I can demand to know why he put himself in that situation. But as humans, we tend to shy away from taking that level of responsibility for accidents or deaths. And as stated before, most of us do not trust other people's counsel once we have made a decision. Besides, it is too late now. But it all comes down to how I let his death affect me. That is the only thing I can control. What I refuse to do is worry about any answer to any of these questions. It won't do any good to blame anybody or anything. I won't rush to the nearest government agency to ask for a newer law or regulation, which is so prevalent in today's society. We have too many laws already. People die every day as they go about life. My friend detested government regulation as much as I do. So for me to rush to a government agency and ask them to take control of the situation would be dishonoring him. What I will do is ask everyone to never forget that the greatest danger that exists for all of us is when we forget to be doing what we are doing while we're doing it. Doesn't it irritate you when you walk up to someone and they have a headset in and they're bopping their heads to music? Don't you just want to reach out and rip the buds out of their ears and scream? You know that person is not really there to hear your words. You can also tell when people aren't paying attention to you if they don't have the physical earbuds in their ears. Just start practicing looking for those kinds of signs. Apply it to yourself. Most accidents occur when you are running on some automaticity and not really focusing on what you're doing. That is how people put their fingers in the blade of a table saw while they're cutting wood. How many times have you nicked or cut yourself because you were thinking about something else at the same time? To all of you in this wonderful aviation industry, I plead for just one thing. If you are distracted by personal events, stay out of the pilot seat and probably should stay out of the airplane. If you're having trouble focusing, have someone else check all the things that need to be checked. that you trust and make sure they're having a great day. Teach everyone around you to focus on what they are doing while they're doing it. Start with your kids, make them brighter, and hope they pass it around. So here I am. Instead of trying to tell you what I see in your future, I am urging you to practice this one skill, and then I won't have to warn you. Do what you're doing while you're doing it. Do it all the time. Do it every damn day. Do it every minute of the day. And then I won't have to write about some tragedy in your life. Thanks for listening.